Hello everybody, my name is Apogee and welcome back to another episode of Jurassic World Evolution, where we are working on Jurassic Park from the novel by Michael Crichton and all that goodness. And look, I can do Ansel! I just recently updated my screen capturing system and everything else, and I can do the Ansel, the same super amazing screenshot ability system, whatever you want to call it, that the Gaming Beaver has for being able to make his super epic screenshots in different games, especially Jurassic World Evolution. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. Anyway, we're starting here and done. No, we're not taking a screenshot of this. We are working on Jurassic Park from the novel. Let's give you guys a grand tour real quick. This is probably going to be a pretty short episode because I've already spent probably a couple hours just trying to make this park. I was wanting to really make sure you guys were involved with it, but I would have had so much editorial work on my hands because this took a long time to figure out, especially with me like playing around on my phone, just trying to like look at maps, things like that, and figure out the layout and everything else. I'll probably pop up a couple of maps that I used as guides or whatever on the screen here for the next few seconds or whatever. So you guys just kind of like take a look at that for a moment. Doodle-doo, twiddling my thumbs. You guys got it? Alright, good. Alright, so here we are. This is kind of a rough layout and everything else. I don't know how super amazing and accurate this is going to be. You guys are just going to have to trust me and help me as I go, because this took forever to build, and it's going to take forever just to fill up with dinos, but we're going to definitely be working on dinosaurs as we go. Alright, so starting off, right here, we have the entrance, or not the entrance to the park, it's the arrival point, obviously, from the way Jurassic World Evolution works. Hello, helicopter. But we're going to call this the North Dock. From the book and everything else. So this is the North Dock. It makes a big roundabout trail all the way around and makes a little entrance into this whole section here, which you can see is completely fenced in with electric fencing to protect guests and everything else. And even further than that, the Safari Lodge right here is also further protected by some more fencing and everything else. Pretty epic, pretty amazing. So this is the helipad where they came in the book. This is where all of our main characters and everything else come into the island for the very first time. They make their little short, amazing walk down some flagstone path. They see this nice little pool design that I built here, and we have the Safari Lodge. Back that was going to its North Dock and everything else. This goes over here, and we have the Visitor Center, which looks absolutely incredible. Something that wasn't actually here, but I thought we'd throw in here anyway, is Les Gigantes, which is the amazing like 3-star restaurant or whatever it is that they were having built on the island. It wasn't actually built yet, but it was coming. I thought something we could just go ahead and throw in here. We have some back maintenance paths over here. We have a storm defense station. We have what is actually a bunker, but technically a maintenance shed is what I'm calling it. Back over here we have the raptor enclosure, but is also going to be our only means of creating dinosaurs at the moment. Just because I can't help but constantly make things hard for myself. That's just the way things are. Alright. So this is going to be the raptor enclosure. We have our only nursery and things like that. Back over here, since it doesn't really, I can't find a description on a map or in the book or anything else for where the power stations were, so just off over here in some unused territory, we have a couple of power stations. We have this whole completely unused area, which kind of baffles me a little bit, according to what maps I'm able to find, of just another like river system coming through and everything else, and it's just completely unused area, which is kind of nuts. We had to have a ranger station, so I threw one in over here. We got some power lines secretly coming in through these trees and everything, out of sight and out of mind of the people. And back over here is the entrance to the actual tour ride. You take the tour ride, it goes around, and we have all kinds of amazingness coming up. In this first enclosure is going to be our really small herbivores, which in the book it was things like Hypsilophodont and Othnielia and a bunch of like really small dinosaurs that not very many people I'm sure even know about anymore. Like Othnielia was like the first. That was the first time I ever even heard of Othnielia when I first read this book. So there's a lot of really crazy dinosaurs like that. Michael Crichton just had a lot of fun with some of these different dinosaurs. Anyway, this is going to be the enclosure for a bunch of smaller herbivores that we will get, like Dracorex, Gallimimus, and Struthiomimus. Down here is going to be Dilophosaurus enclosure. So obviously we're just going to have a crap load of them in here, and that's going to be amazing. Over here in this enclosure is supposed to be an enclosure with Triceratops, Styracosaurus, and oh shoot, what is it called? I forget what it is. It's another kind of ankylosaurid. Either way, we don't actually have it in the game. I just can't remember off the top of my head what it's called. I'll probably like put a little something down in the corner so you guys can see what its name is. Pew! There it is. But alas, we don't actually have whatever that ankylosaurid is. I do not have the one particular DLC, or little dinosaur fun pack, whatever it's called, for Jurassic World Evolution here. So I do not have access to the Styracosaurus, sadly. And plus, we don't actually see those dinosaurs in the book that I'm aware of. Their names are there, but we don't actually see them. So this is just going to be the Triceratops enclosure. This is going to be the big Rex enclosure. I did a lot of work to this one to make it look amazing. It still, as you can see, like right here, has just like some little polish work that needs to be done in terms of landscaping. Then this comes all the way around, goes over here, and we have Stegosaurus enclosure. Why Stegosaurus enclosure is such a tiny enclosure, like way off to the side, don't ask me. That's just the way it looked in the book. This whole entire thing continues on, and we actually make another pass to the Dilophosaurus and this enclosure. But we have mainly this enclosure, which is going to be Apatosaurus and Maiasaura. So that's going to be incredible. And that's basically it. That literally, in a nutshell, is about it. The only thing that we're missing is that, obviously, like, some little random stuff that was more significant to the book, like other maintenance sheds in and about the island. Some stuff that I just did not have the room for, which is, like, way farther south than the Stegosaurus. Was, like, an underground bunker and all kinds of crazy stuff that had, like, a secret nest area where the raptors were escaping and all that kind of stuff. And let me think. There was something else. I don't really remember what it was. Anyway, so we have all of that. So this took me absolutely forever to... Oh, something else. We have the... we have the goat pen. That was something else in the book. They passed by a little goat pen on their way to go and, like, check out the raptors or whatever, and they were like, okay, well, they have to feed the dinosaurs somehow, I guess. So we just have, like, a little thing here that's just gonna have a bunch of goats in it. It's gonna be amazing. So, yes, I don't know how long this episode's gonna go. I definitely wanted to at least just show you guys the progress of the park, and get a few dinosaurs in here, especially like the dinosaurs that take the longest to make, like Apatosaurus, T-Rex, and a lot of the dinosaurs that I just have to make a lot of, especially like the herds of Maiasaurus, something like that. I just want to get that kind of stuff on camera real quick. I don't know how long this episode's gonna be though, because what was gonna be part of the episode, it just took absolutely forever to do, so I am absolutely bushed already by just simply playing this game, modifying a few settings, trying to make these dinosaurs, trying to make a park, trying to make it screen, or not screen accurate, but book, novel, canon accurate. And it's taken me absolutely forever, so bear with me guys if I say anything stupid, if this video seems a little bit jumpy, or if anything, just bear with me. The next episode we will actually be creating some of our like other random dinosaurs. I will slow down a little bit more and show you guys what are some like pretty awesome stuff, and everything else. We'll definitely explore the park a little bit more thoroughly. It'll be amazing, but for now I am at my wit's end here and I'm just trying to make some freaking dinosaurs. Alright. So all these guys are underway. Let's go ahead and get our big Rex. Actually, you know what? No, we're not making T-Rex yet, because for this first episode, vote in the comment section right now. I need to know what skin you guys want to use. Go and do your research or whatever you got to do in order to figure out what I'm talking about to the skins. But there's obviously a few different skins here, and I want to try to be accurate to the book, but at the same time, I want our T-Rex to look cool. So obviously we have the null skin. I doubt anybody wants to see that because it's just kind of like a plain brownish color with a slight orangey to it, kind of like the T-Rex from Jurassic World. But it's just not really that accurate. The Alpine skin just kind of makes the T-Rex sort of a lighter gray color and gives it some black stripes. Not really something I'm interested in using. The Tundra skin, well, my phone's beeping, is, I personally think, incredible. Stop beeping, phone! I personally think the Tundra skin, as I'm going to say like the 50th time, looks absolutely amazing. You guys got to see it in the Isla Sorna series, I hope you guys did at least, of kind of like a dark greenish brown color with some lighter striping and everything else. I personally think it looks really cool, very realistic and everything else, but it's not going to be accurate to the book. But if you guys want to see it again just because it looks good, then by all means. The step pattern is another thing. The step pattern is probably the most accurate one we have because it is genuinely like a bright orange color and everything else, but it's got some really weird like blotted brownish black on top of it, and I don't know, I feel like it looks kind of weird. But if that's the most or book accurate one that we have that you guys want to see, then just let me know. And then personally, I'm sort of rooting for the coastal skin because even though it's not completely orange, most of its coloration is kind of like gray and black and speckled kind of a color and everything else, which is still relatively realistic but pretty pleasant looking. But then it has kind of like an orange crest, if you will, or ridges around the eyes, things like that. That I don't know, I just personally really like it. It's not entirely accurate, but it's got a good coloration, and at least it has a hint of an orangey color. I also am aware that there is a jungle pattern. I never was able to actually achieve the jungle pattern on, I think it's Isla Sorna, that you have to actually get 5 stars in order to achieve the jungle pattern. Really hard to achieve. I don't know why, I just never really got it. If you guys, I personally don't even know what it looks like, to be honest. So, I mean, if you guys just want to like direct me in the right, you know what, I'll probably just go check it out myself. And then you guys just let me know like if you guys want to see that one instead. If it's got any kind of like an orange hue to it or something like that. I have no idea. Or if it just simply looks cool. I don't know. Personally, I'm rooting for coastal skin. Backup would be steppe because that is a proper orange color. And then tundra skin might be pretty cool. But we're not going to bother making the T-Rex quite yet. For that very reason that I need you guys to make some comments. So let's focus on, where is it? Maiasaura. Now in the book, I don't remember, how were they described to look? I almost want to say they were described to look kind of like a yellowy color or something like that, but most of the dinosaurs in Crichton's book were just like greens and browns and things like that, so I get the feeling like, again, sucky thing about the Maiasaura, none of its colors really make any sense. Most of its colors are just like the exact same thing done over and over again. The only one I think is different is the alpine and possibly the coastal. I don't think I've seen the coastal. Personally, what did we do for Isla Sorna? We did the Savannah scan. Personally, I want to see what wetland looks like, so we're going to go, whoop. Oh, it's already applied. There we go. Alright, so we're going to go wetland skin. Immune response. Well, for one thing, we have to have one part of it that is nulled as a reference to the book. I think some cardio strength to give it some lifespan would be good. What on earth is my phone doing? Good lord, stop it, phone. Okay, and then I think also more cardio strength? Nah. Reaction speed? Maybe reaction speed would be pretty good. Definitely some robust digestion. And then maybe rapid metabolism. Let's just go more cardio strength. That sounds pretty good. Alright. So let's go for a crap load of Maiasaura. Yet again, I think a good number that I always try to go for is about 7, maybe 8. So we're going to go ahead and focus on that real quick. Hope you guys do enjoy this episode. This very first episode is going to be a little bit jumpy and everything else, as I've said for the millionth time, because of how I am right now. It's just, this is absolutely crazy what I had to go through to make this park happen. Alright. So their food is getting turned on. How you guys doing? Alright, I forget, what skin are we using? I think we're using, yeah, we're using the Savannah pattern again. I don't know if you guys just absolutely hate me for using the same, like, dinosaur patterns over and over again. I personally just really like the way the Savannah looks on the Apatosaurus. Its null skin just looks kind of too plain. The Savannah skin looks really realistic. All the other ones, I think, just add kind of an odd color to it. Like, what is it? I think it gets an alpine skin. The alpine skin just... Or no, the steppe skin just adds kind of like a pinkish hue to it that I just think looks kind of weird. The wetland skin looks pretty awesome. Very realistic, but it adds kind of a green hue to it, as you guys can imagine. A couple things like that, so... Oh no, it's starving. Here goes our Apatosaurs. Don't they look amazing? Alright, I'm loving this already. I'm loving it already! Alright, I'll bring you guys right back when we have a little bit more accomplished. And we're back with the beautiful Maiasaura. Look at it. Look at it in all of its beauty. Alright, so I guess like the wetland skin gives it kind of a light yellowy green color, whatever you want to call that. Yeah, no, it's not too bad. Alright, back in here. I'm thinking like 2 more again. Go for that lucky number 7. What the? Release. Oh, I was sitting there watching them. They're not all releasing. Whips. Alright. Looking good, looking good. Alright, so like I said, we're going to get like maybe 7 of these guys. And I'll bring you guys back when I'm starting to show off whatever the next dinosaurs are. Alright, and we're back in here, and we are going to try Triceratops. Alright, so we have the null gene again. That kind of just makes it kind of a plain gray color. Alpine, I think, is pretty plain. It just adds like some white striping to it, or some darker striping to it. Steppe makes it a full brown, but we did that for Islasorna. Arid gives it kind of like a light greenish brown hue to it for some reason. And the coastal, I personally think looks incredible, but it's not really accurate to the book or anything like that. So, again, I don't really know. I think we're just going to go regular old Alpine. Alright, so let's go that route. And I don't think they had the frog DNA in them, so it would have been pretty normal. So we've got tooth hardness, reaction speed. I think with these guys we're going to go aggressive instincts because they were described in the book as being pretty aggressive. Yeah, I get the picture. Can I go to the next one, please? Thank you. Right. Bone density. Meh. Yeah, no, that sounds pretty good. And skin toughness. Let's go strong muscle fibers. Make them impressive specimens. Alright, we're going to go, I think in the book, how many were in the book? Triceratops? 8. There was 8 of them. Now, I know for a fact that in the book, or I'm pretty sure I know for a fact, right? I think in the book it was said that the Triceratops, they obviously did like to be in a herd and everything else, but they really couldn't stay in groups over, it was either 5 or 6. So, like, I think in the book it says that they bred 8 of them, but they had to split off a couple of them in their own enclosure because they couldn't take any more than like 6 in an enclosure, otherwise they would just start killing each other off. They were always hyper aggressive and everything else. So I think we're just gonna go for that solitary, like 6 of them maybe, because I think that's all. Funny enough, Jurassic World Evolution, pretty accurate to the book in that aspect, because I think that's about all that the Triceratops can even take in this game, population wise. And boom. Alright. Mr. Helicopter. Go get him. As soon as you're done with that guy. And then you got 1 more to go grab. Alright, let's just start moving all these guys over.
Collecting asset. Acknowledging asset collection request. En route to collect the asset. En route to pick up the asset. Asset required.
Alright, all of you guys need to come over. There you are. I knew we were missing
asset
one.
Collection request received.
Oi! Where are you going? There's another one. Right? Yeah, right there. Get him. And the Triceratops are already almost done. Alright, we got 2 more coming there, and then a 6th one as soon as this guy's out. Look at this mound of bodies here. Oh, it's amazing. Just trying to get all these Triceratops out at a decent pace, and they're all just friggin' piling on top of each other. Oh, come on, not a disease. No. No, where's the disease? Already a Maiasaura with the common cold. Alright, we're not doing an Islasorna thing again. No, not you. Ranger team, roll out. Also, why are you guys having problems? Alright, so these guys are all starving for no apparent reason. I did modify the timer on their feeder deals. Is there a problem there? Maybe it's just going too long? I don't really know. Just go ahead and dispense that again. Alright, so that guy's sick. Are all the Myosaur perfectly fine with each other? It says they... How many are in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way over there. Or wait. 1... Yeah, no, 3, 5. I got 5. Alright, 2 more are underway. That's... Okay, that's the problem. They're not all over there yet. So yeah, we have 7 of them. They're kind of split off a little bit, which is a bit annoying. So that may cause me problems, but there is 2 more underway, so they won't have any problems social-wise anyway. They have plenty of grassland, plenty of forest, all that good stuff. Disease outbreak controlled, perfection. This feeder needs to go ahead and start doing its thing because the Triceratops are underway. We have 3 of them coming right now, and 3 more just kind of like massed up here. Did I pick that one up? Yes. Alright. Next dinosaur on the list! Alright, we have Triceratops, we have all that good stuff. I think Stegosaurus. And again, in the book, Stegosaurus, there's only... It says there's only actually 4 of them in the book. Which is, again, a bit annoying because I think in this game you can only have like a minimum of 5 of them before their social just freaks out. And we got a storm. Very good. Alright, I've only got it set to light storms right now, but just in case, we're gonna go one of those. Just in case. Alright, let's go ahead and get our Stegosaurs. I'm thinking maybe we just go like, Yeah, we'll go like 5 of them. I'm trying to think like what's a good skin. I think the woodland skin kind of gives it a green hue, but there's really not much to it. I think it's got like, it gives it the brown spines. What the crap? Power outage? No. But it doesn't really have anything else. It's kind of like a gray color. It's kind of useless looking. The rainforest, I don't really remember. Steppe skin, I don't think I've ever seen. Wetland skin is the one we used in the Isle of Sorna and everything else, but it's also the one that looks the best. So you know what, guys? Screw it, we're doing it. We're gonna see what that's all about. I don't think they had the amphibian DNA or anything, so we're not gonna worry about that. Skin toughness for sure. Rapid metabolism, no. Strong muscle fibers, no. Hyper efficient blood. Let's go with some cardio strength. Definitely some reaction speed, because that's the whole point. The Stegosaurus is supposed to be able to react at a pretty good pace. Obviously, we find out in the book that the robust digestion was not an actual factor. They had a pretty weak immune system, so if anything, we'll go like increased bone density. The strong muscle fibers sounds pretty good. Maybe a little bit more skin toughness. And brain aging for its walnut-sized head. Brain deal. Right. And then we have to have a minimum of 5 of them. Unless I was to turn off population and social requirements, and like if I was to disable all that stuff, we could easily make whatever we wanted. I just personally don't want to. Oh crap! I personally just don't want to do that because I want to actually like do this as legit as possible, even if it's not entirely accurate. So. And I'm not going to be able to get it that accurate anyway, because, I mean, listen to this, guys. In the book, there are 2 T-Rexes, for one. There is an adult T-Rex, and there's an infant T-Rex, or just a juvenile T-Rex, in the book. We can't actually do that, because there's not actually juvenile dinosaurs in this game that we can actually mature. And unless I was to turn off social requirements and things like that, they would be killing each other all the time. The Myosaurs, there are 21 of them. There's no way I'm producing that many freaking Myosaurs and getting away with it. I don't think it'll look right. As amazing as that sounds, I just don't want to do it. 4 is the minimum, or is the amount of Stegosaurs there are, but again, I just don't want to... What the crap? I just don't feel that it will, again, really look right. Or, we'll just edit that out of the video. No, with the Stegosaurs, there's only 4 of them in the book. We can only have a minimum of 5 of them because of this game, so we're just going to say screw it on that one. Obviously, there were Procompsognathids, which is the version of Compies that we, from the Compies that we see in the movie was actually Procompsognathed in the book. So, but there was like 50 of them in this book, so we can't really do anything with that. 16 Othnielia. If anything, we'll go like 6 Gallimimus or something like that, or more like Struthiomimus. The Raptors, there were 8 of them. So in the movie, saying that they bred 9 originally wasn't too far off base, but whatever. Apatosaurs, there were 17 apatosaurs. Again, there's no way I'm doing that. There was also a separate form of hadrosaur. Well, hadrosaurs. Basically, the hadrosaurs that... Wait, what the crap is my phone doing again? So there are hadrosaurs and everything else, blah blah blah, but there's two separate hadrosaurs. There's Maiasaura and just hadrosaurs. So I don't know what the other hadrosaur is meant to be, or what it would look like or anything else. We could just throw a Monosaurus in there for fun, but again, I'll leave that up to you guys. There were 7 Dilophosaurs. That's easily within reason. Obviously, they had the pterosaurs of some sort for the aviary, but we can't do that. Hypsilophodontids, as it's putting it, or we'll just go Hypsilophodont. There were 33 of them. Again, there's no way we can do that many, but we will replace them with Gallimimus, and we will go a pretty good amount of them. Like, I would be willing to actually go as far as like freaking 13 of them and have it look amazing. Then obviously, Euplocephalid, that's what the other thing was called. Ankylosaurid of some sort, I believe. Then we have Styracosaurus, which I have no access to do, and Microceratops, which is a... It goes by a different name in science now. I forget what it's called. Microceratus, I think is what it goes by now. In Michael Crichton's book, he called it Microceratops. I think that was like its original name or something. Now it is not. Yeah, look at you, big baby. Alright, I gotta admit, the alpine skin looks pretty cool for the Triceratops. Looks pretty good. I like it. I like it a lot. Are they happy, though? Other than they just need some food? Yeah, looks pretty good. Alright, so we have that. We have all of our Maiasaurs over here now. They are perfectly happy. Back over here, Stegosaurs are almost done. And I think the next thing on the list would probably be to get like our galleys and everything else, but that's all stuff that's going to take me absolutely forever, so we'll leave off with probably releasing our Stegosaurs here and getting them knocked out and everything else, but that'll probably be it for this video. Technically, this is like building the park and releasing our first like major dinosaurs, but as I say, I was absolutely worn out from just trying to create this park, and now I'm just trying to release all the dinosaurs and everything else and give you guys some kind of a video for what's going on. The real episode technically will be the next one, because we'll actually be releasing things like Velociraptors, Dilophosaurus, definitely the T-Rex. I'll give you guys some time to vote on what kind of T-Rex skin you guys want to see for all of this, and we definitely will do a slightly better tour of the park where we'll actually like drive around in the vehicle, we'll drive around in the, or fly around in the helicopter. If you guys have any suggestions for like what I should do differently in terms of the shape and everything, I personally think all of this looks pretty good and is about as accurate as I could get it according to what my maps were that I was using. So we'll go with that and everything else. And I definitely look forward to having some fun with Ansel in the next episode. I just discovered that I was able to actually use that now, and I really look forward to like getting up and personal and doing some pretty amazing stuff with that.
Adding to the list.
Alright, all the Stegosaurs are underway. And I will leave this off, I think, with a hint at our next dinosaur, which will probably be... Going in that one... Actually, going in that one enclosure, we just need to get like a bunch of smaller dinosaurs. So let's go like Dracorex, and I think it is the Taiga. I think, yeah, the Taiga skin gives it like a bright green color or something like that. So we'll definitely go that route. Definitely null its gene on one. Well, actually, that's its defense. Actually, it probably should be nulled in that aspect because it doesn't really matter. And we'll go like that. Some immune response, hyperefficient blood, rapid metabolism, maybe. Definitely some reaction speed, and actually, you know, cardio strength. And then over here, I can't do reaction speed over here. Never mind that. Yeah, let's just go skin toughness, make it look good. And I don't think we really need a lot of Dracorex. We'll just go like 3 of them just to have. So, see what that's all about. You're knocking out another Stegosaurus. I need you to knock out that one. And that one as well. Did you knock out all of them? Right, you're working on it. Alright. Stegosaurus! Going right into this enclosure here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, as weird and insane as it probably is going to be. It's going to be a nightmare for me to edit because it's going to be a lot of jumping around and everything else. I have some like scrap footage I tried earlier for showing off what I was doing with the park, but maybe you guys will get like a glimpse of that, just to at least see like what I was trying to do initially with building this park, but it just wasn't working. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, and we will definitely be continuing Jurassic World Evolution and some other pretty epic stuff coming to the channel and everything else. There's a couple, yeah, that's another thing, like, again, leave your guys' comments for what games you want to see me play, but I think, as much as I keep saying that, I'm sort of hell-bent on playing a couple of certain games, especially like the Isle, and one particular game I am very excited to be bringing to the channel, because I've been watching it for a while, and it's super amazing, and the fact that it's having a pretty big update here soon absolutely blows my mind, and I'm very excited to be bringing it to the channel. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!